Okay, so good evening, everyone. Uh, some so whatever question you have, you keep it here with you. Okay, so every question we will say after the class is over. Okay, whenever the class is over, I will see the questions. Okay, first we will uh, complete the two-day session. Uh, just it's actually is the chat is opened. Chat should not open. Hmm, I turned off the chat now. Yes, now I turned off the chat. Okay. Okay, so good evening, everyone. Let us continue that React. Okay. So in the last session, what we have done, we have just seen the concept of library and framework. Yes. So library and framework. Everyone understood na what is library? Just concept, library and framework. The difference between library and framework. Everyone. Yes, so everyone understood this library and framework. Okay, so after this, again, some theoretical part is there. Okay, the theoretical part we will see today, and in the next class onwards, we will uh, do what? We will start our um first React application. Yes, so today also some theoretical part you have to understand. Okay, so just tell me someone React is a library or framework? React is library or framework? Yes, library. And some framework example, Angular, na? Yes, Angular. Angular is the framework example, and React is the library. But still, one question you should have, that is when we should go for. So when to go for React and when to go for Angular? Yes. Tell me, everyone want to the answer of this question. Yes. So when to go for React and when to go for Angular? Because yesterday you just seen, you just have seen that every every library or framework like React or Angular, the target is nothing but making spa. Is or not making spa? I think I have not shown you that what website. React website. So suppose I'm going to React website. Okay, so react.dev. Okay, just open this website. Okay, now if it is the single page website, if it is the single page website, then if I go to learn reference community blog, what will happen? Page should not reload. Page should not reload. Now see, learn. Is the page is reloading? Is the page reloading? No, no, page is not reloading. Suppose I am changing to suppose this tutorial. Page is reloading or not, guys? URL is changing, but page is not reloading. Is it or not? Page is not reloading. Suppose this installation inside this start a new project, new React project. Okay. See, URL is changing, but page is not reloading. Have you seen this previously? No, no. And basically, maximum time this URL is changing means page will definitely be reloaded. Yes or not? Similarly, suppose angular.io, Angular website. Okay, now I am going to docs. Okay, now see how much it is fast. Page is reloading. No, page is not reloading. Now see, understanding Angular overview. No, every time you will find that page is not reloading, definitely. But you cannot claim that at the first time Angular loading, it is all the information is reloaded, all the information is loaded in the computer. No, you cannot claim that, because uh, if if this happens na, if this happens, suppose at the time of this home page loading, angular.io, if everything is loaded na, if I turn off the internet and if I go try to go to the docs, it will never go to the docs. Currently I cannot turn off that internet, but you can try. Okay, that's why this is coming runtime. This is coming. These informations are coming runtime. Okay, but you cannot claim like everything is loaded previously. No, everything is not loaded. Similarly, in React website also, React website definitely it is designed with what React, and Angular website definitely it is designed with what Angular. So both website is actually focusing on this, on which purpose? Spa, making spa. That means single page application. Okay. Now, now whenever you want to make the single page application, then when to go for React and when to go for Angular? Anyone? Anyone try to give this answer? When to go for React and when to go for Angular? Yes, everyone. Everyone try at least. So I am giving the answer. Okay. So library can build. Library can build application. Okay, library can build application. But in case of framework, in case of framework, framework can build. Framework also can build. Okay, but a framework can build and control the application flow and control the application flow. Is it or not, guys? Tell me. Control the application flow. Is it or not? Is in the previous class you have seen that or not? In in the framework example, yes, in the framework example, framework is controlling the application flow or not? Just tell me. That means whenever just you want to build the application, a good interface, user interface you want, okay, a good user interface, UI you want, then library is enough. That means React is enough. But suppose you want the control, end-to-end client side control you want, then you should go for framework. Is it or not, guys? Okay, now let me tell you, actually server side technology uh, also handles some framework na. Server side technology also handles some framework na. Tell me. In suppose in Java environment, there is some um, Spring Boot is there or not? Spring Boot is there or not? Yes, there is. Okay, that means in server side technology, there is suppose some framework is already there. Okay, and the framework is there means already some rich features are there, not there or not? Yes, whenever some server side framework it is used in backend, then definitely some rich features are there. Okay, definitely some rich features are there. Okay, similarly whenever you are applying the framework in client side also, whenever you are applying the framework in client side also, you will definitely get some rich features. Okay, you will definitely get some rich features, but just you think some rich features are already given by the backend, still you are using the framework in the client. Is it realistic or not? It is increasing the load in the client side machine or not? Unnecessarily it is increasing the load in the client side machine. Yes, that's why that's why suppose your backend is very powerful. Okay, in the backend you have given some very powerful framework, then no need to give the framework in the client side again, because all the features you will get from the backend. No need to give the framework in the client side. Yes, so every point I am not giving here. Okay, in the note I will add it. Okay, because it will take some time to write it here. Okay, so what I am telling, actually server side technology sorry, handles some framework that is having rich features. Okay, in that case we don't need a framework on client side again. Okay, we only need an UI in the front end. Is it or not? That's why library in front end is better. Yes, but when to go for framework, in the client side. Sometimes actually it requires to minimize the overhead on server. Is it or not? Server is handling so many request response or not? Yes. That's why sometimes server it is required to minimize the overhead on server, and full control is required in front end. Understood? Whenever the full control in the client side you need, then you need to go for framework. Suppose you want to develop one quiz application, then definitely as a teacher, what you will suggest? Yes, what you will suggest to make the quiz more secure na, so that others people cannot get the answers from anywhere. Is it or not? As a teacher, you will want it or not? As a teacher, if you want to build some quiz application, definitely you have to make the quiz application. That means in front end part, some security is not security, it should be there. Okay, if the security is not there, then easily your students can uh, go through some other sources and get the answers. Is it or not? Now this statement is actually, I know that you are feeling like I am enemy. Is it or not? You are feeling like I am your enemy. I want to secure that quiz application very secure. but you should think like a teacher. So whenever you are making some quiz application, suppose some in interview, before interview you have to give some uh, written exam or not. Suppose the written exam is in online mode, then definitely you will find that online platform is very secure. Okay, they are accessing the camera, they are accessing microphone. Okay, even they are checking your eyes. Okay, they are checking your eyes. You are actually having some camera like things or not? Understood? That's why whenever end-to-end control in client side is required, you have to go for framework. Understood, everyone? Just tell me. Just tell me, you understood when to go for React and when to go for Angular. Okay. So suppose you want to develop one quiz application by using React. Is it possible or not? Tell me, is it possible to make some quiz application by using React? Tell me. Yes, possible. But this is having some security issues. End-to-end control you cannot find. Very good, Somodip. Okay. So Hardo is asking when to go for React. Again, I am telling, okay, suppose you only want one good user interface. Okay, your server side is very strong. Your server side is very strong. Then server side is having so many rich features or not. Then all the framework features, okay, that you want, all the framework features that you want. Acha, you just want one example. Okay. So just let me complete. So all the framework features you want in the client side, everything you can get from that server side. Okay. Suppose that library features, I'm just telling Facebook example na. Facebook example. Is it required to make the end-to-end control in the Facebook client? Tell me. Is it required? End-to-end control, tracking your location, etc. Is it required for that Facebook application? Tell me. No. That's why Facebook with library is very good. Very good. But in case of Gmail or suppose Google Maps, now tell me, end to end control is required or not? Yes, required. That's why for Google Map or Gmail, framework should be there. Framework should be there. Everyone. Okay. Now, what is required? Sorry, what is React? Tell me, what is React? Up to this, you have learned so many things about with respect to library and framework. Now, tell me, what is React? What is React? Yes, React is a JavaScript library built for which is used to build UI. Is it or not? So React is a JS library, okay, or JavaScript library, uh, which is used to build UI. Okay. Now, UI means which type of UI? Single page application. Yes, single page application. Uh, yes, you have to wait. Okay. Uh, for React with TypeScript, you have to wait. Okay. Now, fluid user experience. You will get it with React or not? Yes. That's why we came to React. Na? We have this type of problem. These problems. Now, these problems are actually fixed with this React. Okay. Now, fluid user experience it is having. Similarly, unified user experience it is fulfilled. Okay, it is fulfilled by using React. Okay, and another thing is loosely coupled and extensible. Understood? So these features are there with React. So whenever in the first React interview, you will face the question, what is React? In the first statement, you should have React is a JavaScript library which is used to build UI. Is it or not? Okay. Now UI means single page application, and it also having the features of fluid user experience, unified user experience, and loosely coupled and extensible. Okay. It is also loosely coupled and user extensible. Okay. Now, actually, though React is not framework, React is a library. I am telling. Though React is not framework, React uses some framework. Okay, React uses some framework. In interview, suppose your interviewer is asking, do you know any names of some framework which is used by React? Yes. Then you have to tell about some examples like Ionic. Have you ever heard? Ionic, Ionic framework is there. Okay. Ionic framework. What they are telling? What they are telling? See this based on React. Actually, this is also applicable with Angular, Vue. Okay. So, but Ionic is a framework that is used with React. Okay. Similarly, there is a native script, native script. Okay, go to native script. What they are telling? They are telling JavaScript with native APIs. Okay, and choose the flavor you love. That means flexible, flexible with anything you can use. JS, TS, Angular, Vue.js. Now this is solid. Okay, this is React. So many platforms are there. Okay, now everyone tell me, though React is not framework, it used with some framework. Okay, actually, what happens sometimes some features it is not giving. Some features, suppose React is not giving, but it requires. For the single requirement, do you want to shift that Angular? No, because it is somewhat heavy in the client side, na? Somewhat heavy in the client side. That's why for a single feature that is not available in React, okay, you will definitely not choose the Angular. Whenever most of the features of a framework or Angular it is required, then you will go for Angular. Understood, na? So that's why this type of frameworks are there. Okay, so the name is Ionic framework and native script. So many are there. You can search also in the internet. Okay, native script. Okay. Similarly, what are the features? What are the features of React? What are the features of React? First of all, React is component based. Component based. Okay. Suppose I want to open what Amazon website. Okay. Just wait. Amazon website. Okay. Now this page is opened. Now you see this type of sliding images are there. Anyone knows what it is called? Anyone knows what is it called? Anyone? No, it is actually carousel, and the bootstrap carousel is there. Okay, it is bootstrap carousel, and you are telling the cards. Cards are these. These are cards. Okay, these are cards. These small images are coming. These are cards. Okay. Now, what do you think? This for designing this carousel, so many HTML, CSS things are written. Okay. Now, for each carousel, suppose six number of carousel are there. What do you think? You will write the same code with six times and only changing by this image src. What do you think? Is it realistic? No. That's why some component is required. Some component is nothing but you can think like a function. Okay, so you will supply that src, you will supply that src with as an argument, okay, and it will return that html css everything by only changing that src. Okay, so it is called component. We will separately learn this component. Okay, no need to worry, just I am giving the idea. So react is component based. Yesterday I told you na, netflix is designed with react. Okay, suppose I am opening netflix. So google and netflix, the netflix, suppose a netflix I am opening. Okay, you have to go for the netflix website where it is not signed in. Okay, now see, there is some, register option. Okay, so ready to watch something, then email id, get started button. Okay, now go bottom. Same thing is there or not? Same thing is there or not? Now what do you think? Same code you will write here again? No, never, never. Actually, Netflix used the React in such a way that it this same component they have used here and here also. Yes or not? Now, whoever have learned the JavaScript Ajax, tell me that the same thing you have achieved by using JavaScript Ajax or not? Tell me. In the JavaScript batch also, I taught that the same thing can also be achieved by the JavaScript Ajax, but you have to handle so many DOM manipulation and JavaScript code. That's why you are depending on the library. Is it or not? That's why you are depending on the library. Okay, so whenever you are use, I am telling this component based features of React, then what are the advantages you are getting? First of all, easy to build interface. Okay, so easy to build interface. Okay, okay, easy to build interface. Then next is easy to reuse or not? Easy to reuse. Okay, easy to reuse. Okay, next is making building faster. Making building faster. Okay, making building faster. Next is easy to extend. Easy to extend. Okay, extend means just only whatever it was designed previously, the component that was designed previously, just only one thing you need to add. That means you just want to extend it. Okay, it is also possible. Okay, next is loosely coupled. Loosely coupled. Okay, understood now? That means easily it can be applied to anywhere. Okay, now second feature is modular library. Tell me, you have heard this terminology previously or not? Later we will discuss about modular library. Just first you tell me, you have heard this terminology, modular library? Acha, you have heard. Then tell me what you know. Whoever is telling that you have heard about modular library, you tell me what is modular library? What is modular library? So Somadeep is telling the files are divided into different modules. Yes, you are correct, but I should clarify it. Okay, I should clarify. So actually there is two terminology. Okay, actually there is two terminology. One is legacy library. Okay, legacy library, and another is modular library. Modular library. Okay. Now, what is the difference between legacy library and modular library? Legacy library talks about everything you are importing at once. Either you require it or not. Legacy library means some suppose it is having 50 number of features. 50 features are there. Okay. And you requires only suppose five features, but still you are importing at once, importing all. Okay, that means 45 features actually you are importing. It is loaded into the memory. It is you are not using. Understood? Legacy library means you require all features or not, still all features will be loaded. Okay. But suppose in modular library, it is also having same. It is also having 50 features and you requires five features. Okay, you require five features. But in that case, import import only the required, only the required. Understood now? That means modular library gives you the flexibility. Okay. Now both these two is having some advantage and disadvantage that I will tell you. Okay, but just you tell me you understood what is legacy library and what is modular library. Legacy library means all the features you require it or not, all the features will be imported at once. That means 50 features it is having, all the features are loaded into the browser. You use it or don't use it, it don't scare. It don't cares. Okay. But in modular library, only the features you require you are importing. Okay. Now what is the advantage for this modular library? Memory requirement is low na. Memory requirement is low, memory is well managed. Okay. So suppose every feature takes suppose 100 megabyte. 100 megabyte every features takes 100 megabyte of RAM. Then five features need only 500 megabyte. Okay. But in this case, legacy library, though you are using only five features, it will take what? 5 GB, approx 5 GB of memory. Okay. Is it realistic? No, it is not realistic. Then what is the advantage for the legacy library? The advantage for the legacy library is you are inputting at once, na? You are inputting at once means it actually reduces the headache of the server. Reduces the headache of the server. That means one request and one response between the client and server. But in case of modular library, five different requests and five different response. Similarly, if you are using all the features, 50 different request and 50 different response. Understood or not? Then this type of increasing number of request and response may delay of your page loading, may create the delay of your page loading. Understood or not? Both are having some advantage and some disadvantage. Okay. Just one example I am giving. This legacy library, it is Bootstrap. Everyone, everyone knows this or not? Bootstrap. Have you ever used? Everyone just tell me. Bootstrap. Bootstrap is the CSS library. Bootstrap is the CSS library. Okay. So you just need to import that Bootstrap library, bootstrap.css. All the classes either you use or you not use, all the CSS classes will be imported. Okay, that means all the CSS classes will be loaded into the browser memory. But same CSS library is there. What is the name? uh, another CSS library was there. Tailwind css tailwind css Tailwind css is actually using the modular library. What is the difference? Difference is Tailwind and Bootstrap, almost the class name is same. Almost. Okay, almost the class names are same. But suppose you are using thousand number of classes of Tailwind CSS, then thousand number of request and thousand number of response. What do you think? Will it create some delay in the page loading or not? Yes, definitely. Though Bootstrap is taking some extra memory in the browser, still this will create much better interface. That's why currently in the industry, they are uh, always recommending Bootstrap, not Tailwind CSS, not Tailwind CSS. In some cases, Tailwind CSS they require, but definitely they are having some requirement of very less number of CSS classes. Understood or not? Suppose maximum 20 to 30 CSS classes. Then definitely Tailwind CSS is the one choice. Okay, but most of the classes is written or taken from the Bootstrap. Then definitely it is Bootstrap. Okay, for suppose the maximum or suppose minimum, the minimum number of CSS classes is 100, then always go for a Bootstrap. Almost the class names are same and styles are UI is also same between Bootstrap and CS, Tailwind CSS. So basically legacy library is time efficient and modular library is more efficient. Yes, you can think like this. So Somadip is telling basically legacy library is time efficient and modular library is memory efficient. Yes, definitely modular library is memory efficient. Okay, and legacy library is what? It is not called as a time efficient. It is called as bandwidth efficient, or better to take like server headache. It is having uh, uh, much greater efficiency in the server. Okay, so many request and response you have to handle in the network also. That means it is the headache of that network, na? That's why. Okay, so React is actually following this modular library. Okay, so React is actually following this modular library. That means only the application, that means just I am mentioning the point here. So it is application specific library. Okay or not? Application specific. Suppose you are using one feature of React, that only single feature you are importing. Okay. At the end of this course, we will also see the building process of the React, and that is the latest one, React 18 features. Okay, so the building process of React. That means you are build whenever I am creating the React application. Yeah, tomorrow on the first class you will see that whenever I am creating the React application, then it will take minimum 500 megabyte of space. Just I am checking in my machine some previous React application is there. Just I want to check. Suppose React project. Okay, this React project. Suppose I am or some React workspace is there. Yes, React workspace. So this React workspace properties. No, it is not React project. Suppose this demo project I have created for my practice purpose. Just properties, check the size. It is only one project. Can you believe that? How much space is taking? It's still calculating how much files it is having. Almost it is 10,000 files. It is increasing still. Still it is increasing. Just to see what happens. Is it infinite loop? Still it is calculating almost currently it is 300 MB plus. Only one React application. Can you believe this? You were writing HTML, CSS, JavaScript previously, and it's also it maximum 1 MB, hardly 1 MB. But just to see how much space it is taking, 400 plus, 33,000 files. Can you believe this? A 500 it will have. It will have 500 plus. Now it stopped actually. So 533 MB of space and 45,000 number of files. Can you believe only one React project, simple React project, just for checking one single feature? I have created this demo application. Okay, and it's taking what 500 MB of space. Okay, what is it realistic? No, actually it is realistic. Just for development purpose, temporarily it downloads all the library. Okay, all the library. But whenever we will build the React application, it will reduce to suppose a 2 MB. That means all the uh, unused library it will remove. Okay, so that is the building process of the React that will be discussed at the end of the course. Okay, so what I was telling, so modular library means application specific library. So in that building process, what will happen? The particular application it is having, the particular application it is having, those application specific library will be there at the building process, and remaining all others will be deleted. Okay. Now another thing is it improves the performance of the application. Is it or not? Improves the performance of the application. Right? Of the application. Okay. That means less number of library or less number of less smaller sizes of library or module is have to handle. It is having to it have to handle it have to handle. That's why that's why I am telling what improves the performance of the application. Okay. Next is lightweight application. That's from the beginning you are telling. Okay. Lightweight. The spelling is wrong. Lightweight application. Okay. Lightweight. Okay. So what I am telling, so libraries have all the features, but only will be loaded only when it is required. Okay. You may check with your Java guide. Okay, you may ask your Java guide also. Previously, Java also follows the legacy library approach. Recently, they switched to legacy library. Sorry, modular library. Okay, your Java guide also can guide you. Okay, in the earlier version of the JDK, they are having legacy library. That means inside one module, all the classes, the interfaces are there. But recently they switched to this modular library. Okay. Now another feature of React is it is asynchronous. Asynchronous library. Asynchronous library. Everyone tell me you know the asynchronous nature of the JavaScript or not. Now you should understand why the prerequisite of this course is JavaScript. By default, React in the introduction class, I am telling it is having asynchronous library. And if you don't know the asynchronous nature of the JavaScript, then how do you think that you can handle React? Yes or not? So asynchronous library means it implicitly uses Ajax, uses Ajax. Okay, it implicitly uses Ajax. That means whatever we have done in the JavaScript class, okay, whatever we have seen in the JavaScript class that it is using by using Ajax, we can handle or you can create SPA. The same thing is written inside these libraries. The same thing is written inside these libraries. But what advantage you are getting? That complex logic you are not writing here. That's the advantage of the library or framework, na? Yes, everyone tell me what is asynchronous in JavaScript, you know that. You know it. Otherwise, it will be very understand the behaviors of the React. Okay. Okay. So another thing is that implicitly using Ajax means without reloading the complete page, the new details are added into the page. Is it or not? Without reloading the page, sorry, without reloading the complete page, new details are loaded or added to the page. Okay, that's actually achieved by using this Ajax. Ajax is the only way. Ajax in the only way. Okay, anyone can tell me what is the full form of Ajax? What is the full form of the Ajax? Anyone? Yes, asynchronous JavaScript and XML. Okay, asynchronous Ajax, asynchronous JavaScript and XML. Okay, now the most important feature that is actually new to you that I will teach you today. So virtual DOM. Okay, virtual DOM. React uses virtual DOM. Now this is new to you, guys. This is new to you, na? In JavaScript, never you will get this terminology, virtual DOM. Is it or not? Okay, we will discuss in detail. Virtual DOM, we will discuss in detail today. Okay, but before that, I am just completing the other features. So other features are faster, faster. It is faster than other libraries available in the uh, internet, and it is having better performance. Okay, some other actually features are there, but I'm not mentioning all the points. Like a better community is there for React is given by the Facebook, na. That's why a good community is there. Okay, but all the points I am not writing here, only the important points that's related to React feature I am just writing here. Okay. Now, virtual DOM. Virtual DOM is the today's topic. Mainly, the virtual DOM is the today's topic. Okay. Now, before going to virtual DOM, do you know what is DOM? Tell me, what is DOM? DOM full form I have not asked actually. Document object model, I know the full form of DOM is document object model. But what is DOM? Actually, DOM is nothing but the hierarchy of elements presented in the browser. Is it or not? So many elements are there na, in browser. So DOM is the hierarchy of all the elements presented in the browser. Okay, I'm just not writing here. Okay. Now DOM is handled by browser engines. Okay. I think I have also shown the same diagram in the JavaScript batch also. Still I am showing you. So browser engines. Go to images. A good image is there. Yes, this is the good image. Yes. Now see, these are the rendering engines and JavaScript engines. Okay. So in all the browsers, they are having these engines. These engines are responsible for handling the DOM. Okay. No need to go through, no need to uh, remember these names. Okay. Just see this, enjoy this, and it's over. Okay. So basically, Safari means Safari. It's actually comes with iOS. iOS. Okay. Opera actually you have to install by manually. Okay. Edge actually developed by Microsoft. Okay. Chrome is the Chrome is developed by Google. Okay. But all of this is designed with the uh, what open source project of Chromium. Okay. Do you know that what is Chromium? Chromium is the open source project of a browser. All these browsers, all these browsers actually using the Chromium project, and they are manipulating as they want. Okay, this is actually Brave browser. If I go to uh, more tool things, what is that about? Where is that about? Hmm, more, no, help. Yes, about Brave. Yes. See what they are telling. They are telling copyright something, then Brave is made available to you under something is there, but actually I think they are not writing clearly. In Edge, I should check. So help and yes, about Microsoft Edge. Yes, this browser is made possible by the Chromium open source project and other open source software. So what is the purpose of telling this? Actually, this Chromium is the open source project and all the browsers actually uh, designed with this open source project. Okay, na? Okay. So now I don't want to go through that browser engines. Okay, actually browser engine learning is the separate topic. Okay, it will take almost one class, entire class. Okay, how HTML actually visited, or how HTML is represented, how CSS works. That I don't want to discuss. That is the separate topic. Okay. Now another question you have to understand: what is a shadow DOM? Is it? Do you know that? Everyone, tell me. What is shadow DOM? Do you know that? In JavaScript, I have discussed, but other people tell me what is shadow DOM? What is shadow DOM? Everyone try to answer what is shadow DOM. Actually, shadow DOM follows root and shadow hierarchy. Root and shadow hierarchy. Is it or not? JavaScript people, tell me. You have attended those sessions. Root and shadow hierarchy. Suppose input type is equal to file. I am writing. Input type is equal to file. I am writing. So only for this input type equal to file, you will get one choose file label and then one choose file button. Are you writing that button separately? No. But inside this input type equal to file, it will be created. Okay. Just I want to show you. Just create one temporary file. Okay. Temporary. I will delete it. So temp.txt, or better to write a temp.html. Na? Temp.html I am writing. Okay, open with a notepad. Okay, what I have to write? This line, na? This line I have to write here and save it. Everyone tell me this is valid HTML. If I open this HTML, will it work? Tell me, is it valid HTML? Everyone, tell me, is it valid HTML, or I have to add HTML tag, header tag, body tag, everything? Actually, this is valid HTML. HTML is nothing but hypertext markup language, na? Hypertext markup language. So hypertext markup language I have used or not used. That's why this is the valid HTML. If I open this, now see, choose file button is coming. No file chosen. This label is coming. So have I ever designed this? No. Have I ever designed this? No. But still it is coming. How? First of all, the uh, first of all, this goes to this achievement goes to browser engines. Is it or not? Achievement goes to browser engines. If I open this in the what Brave browser, if I open this in the Brave browser, actually it is same. Actually it is same coming, but you can try in the Google Chrome and the Mozilla Firefox. Definitely it is different. In Microsoft Edge and Brave browser, it is same. But in Google Chrome and Mozilla Firefox, it is different. Okay, you will check after the class is over. Okay, so but why I am telling this in the shadow DOM? You can right click and inspect. Okay, now just enlarge this. Okay, now see, now see, the same HTML code is written here now. Same HTML code is written here. Just I want to see the shadow DOM. How? Go to settings, settings. Now here you will find in the elements section, show user agent shadow DOM. You have to check this and close this setting. Now see, it can be expanded. Input type equal to file, this can be expanded. Now expand it. Again, shadow root is coming now, shadow root. That's why I told here, root and shadow hierarchy is there. It is not my given terminology. Browser is telling this. Is it or not? That's why. Now again, shadow root hierarchy is there. Now again, you can expand it. Again, expand. Now see, input type equal to button is there or not, guys? Input type is equal to button is there or not? Again, is there. Have I ever designed it? No. Who designed? Browser engine. Okay. Similarly, now this pen, no file chosen. Have I ever designed? No. Who designed? Browser engine. So this achievement goes to where? Goes to whom? Browser engines. Is it or not? If browser engines are not designed to handle this, then it will not work. Okay. If you have Internet Explorer in your computer, you can check some of this enhanced tag will not work. Okay. In my computer, actually, in the latest version, Internet Explorer is not there. Internet Explorer. No, Internet Explorer, something is coming. Just open. I think it will not open what it is telling. Windows is searching. Oh, it will still search for the entire life. Okay, still. So actually, in the Internet Explorer, that is the HTML4 version. I think it will support HTML4, not HTML5. The HTML latest version is 5. No? So I think it will not support HTML5. That's why some of this enhanced HTML tag it will not support. Okay. Okay. So what is shadow DOM? You have understood, no? So it follows root and shadow hierarchy. Okay. What it is telling, engine provide the extra HTML code. Yes. Okay. So next is virtual DOM. Now the time to understand the virtual DOM. Okay. Virtual DOM. To understand this virtual DOM, I will show you one diagram. Okay. Suppose suppose this is the browser memory. Okay, this is the browser memory. Browser memory internally having what? DOM. Na? DOM is it DOM or not? Tell me, guys. Yes. So browser. Suppose it is the actual DOM that is actually there and it is showing in the interface. Okay. Suppose this is the browser and in the browser there is this actual DOM. Actual DOM means it is having so many hierarchy. No? It is having so many hierarchy. Just for showing, give you that feeling, I'm just giving you this type of diagram. Okay, just this type of diagram so that you can understand at least there is some hierarchy is there. Some hierarchy is there. That's why I am showing you this diagram. Okay, that means in the DOM some hierarchy is there. Okay, now what I want to tell you, in browser memory, in browser memory another hierarchy is present. Another hierarchy is present. Okay, another hierarchy is present. So this is the memory. This is the memory. Okay, now inside memory two separate hierarchy is present. Okay, two separate hierarchy is present. Okay, now this 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 hierarchy is here. Okay, that means whatever hierarchy is present here, the same hierarchy is presented here. Okay, now what this for extra same hierarchy is here? Why? Actually you have also that React app now. You have that React app or not? Yes, you have the React app. Okay. Now inside React app, what you will do? You will just simply some particular portion of this element or not? Just tell me, guys. You entire DOM you will manipulate? No. Only one single element you will change. Is it or not, guys? That's why it is spa, na? So in the React app, suppose you are changing this portion. Previously, it was uh, what? Suppose it is hi and it is changed to hello. Okay. In the first class, everyone talks about hi, hello, na? So same thing I am writing here. So this is original. So this hierarchy is original. Okay, this hierarchy is original and this hierarchy is extra. Why this is kept in the browser, I will tell you. But just understand this concept. This original DOM hierarchy is presented in the browser. Okay, that's why that's why I told this. That's why I told this actual DOM. Okay. Now this original DOM hierarchy is presented in the browser. Okay. Now this is the extra one. Extra one means this is the copy. This is the copy. But what you have done from this React application, you have changed this hello. Sorry, you have changed this hi to hello. Understood or not? So what you have done by this React application, you have changed the hi into hello. Okay, you have changed the hi into hello. Now internally browser will check actually in which portion the change occurs. Understood? In which portion the change occurs. Okay. Now whenever it will detect the particular changing position, that means in this particular element this type of change happens. So what it will happen, what it will do? First of all, it will get this location. First of all, it will get this location. And similarly, it will affect this into this actual DOM. Understood or not? Tell me, guys. Tell me, guys. Understood or not? Do I need to discuss this again? That means what you have done previously in the JavaScript or simple HTML, CSS, this original was there. This original was there. Suppose I need to, yes, this original DOM was still there. Okay, and this was presented in the browser. But in case of this virtual DOM, what will happen? React uses virtual DOM, na? So virtual DOM means browser will internally every time browser will internally create the duplicate of this DOM. Understood? Duplicate of this DOM. Then suppose by using React program, you are changing the particular element, okay, in the original DOM. Then browser, or better to say React engine, React compiler, okay, React compiler will internally detect where the particular change is there, where actually the change occurs. Understood? Where actually change occurs. It will search for that change every time. Every time it will search for that change. Whenever the change occurs, then the first target is to identify that element, the position of the element where actually the change is. So whenever it will understand this particular section, the change is there, then what browser will do? Browser will change this position into this browser representation. Understood or not? And for this change operation, it will use what? Ajax. It will use Ajax. That's why I told you React internally using Ajax. Okay, and this extra DOM is called as virtual DOM. That means you will never get the feeling or never get what happens with the virtual DOM. Never you will understand. No need to check even what happens with this virtual DOM. Every time React app will present this original DOM into the browser. Okay, it will detect internally, it will handle this virtual DOM. Okay, that's why two terminology I am telling. One is actual DOM, another is virtual DOM. Understood now? So it will actually internally use the logic, right? Logic like just let me write it here. Okay, in suppose a blue color. Okay, so I'm writing suppose previous is not equal to current. Okay, previous DOM is not equal to current DOM. That means change detected. Change detected. Okay, and suppose previous is equal to current, then no change detected. Okay na? Am I correct or not, guys? Logic I am writing correct or not, guys? Tell me. So previous is not equal to current means some change is there, and whenever previous is equal to current, that means no change detected. Understood now? That's why this virtual DOM is helpful. Okay, and for this it internally uses one design pattern. Design pattern is single source of truth. Single source of truth. Is it or not, guys? Understood everyone? Just tell me. Everything is having some design pattern. Everything. In the JavaScript batch also, I am telling so many times. Everything in the programming language has some design pattern. So this design pattern is single source of truth. Okay. So the virtual DOM, or better to sometimes it is also said as VDOM, is a programming concept where an ideal or virtual representation of UI is kept in the memory, and it is synced with the real DOM or actual DOM by a library such as React DOM. React DOM. Okay, now I am telling you React DOM is another library. Understood or not? Understood or not? We have to use this React DOM whenever we want to achieve this concept. Understood or not? In the upcoming classes, we will use this React DOM. Okay, so internally it is using what? React DOM library. That's why that React DOM library is actually responsible to do all these works. Okay, this diagram you will not get. If you want, just take one screenshot from here. Everyone, have you done? Yes. So another thing just I want to conclude in this session. So cons of React. Cons of React. What are the cons of React? Cons of React is just I want to conclude. React is a library. Okay, React is a library which can build application, which uh, can build app, build app or application. Okay, but but can't can't. After this, what should I write? Everyone tell me. But can't. What React can't? Tell me, guys, fastly. Give the answer. I just want to conclude the session. Tell me. React is a library. It can build application, but it can't what? Tell me fast. Yes, it can provide end-to-end client, end-to-end control for client side. Yes. Okay. So I am writing in the small, in the short words. So control flow. Okay. So it can build application, but it can't control the control flow. Okay. Next, next, it need, it needs support of various frameworks explicitly. Okay, it needs the support of various frameworks explicitly. It is not implicitly, guys. Explicitly. That means by programming, you have to handle. Implicitly and explicitly difference is there. Implicitly means whenever using this, implicitly means whenever you are using this technology, by default, this type of uh, logic internally it will handle. Okay, but explicitly I'm telling means in any programming language, this is the programming terminology. Okay, So explicitly means every time you have to handle or you have to write the logic for it. You are the responsible person to handle this, not the react person. Okay. Another thing is react support various third party libraries. Okay. So react supports various what various third party libraries. Okay. What are those that we will see in the upcoming sessions? Suppose for form and validation. For form and validation, what we have done in JavaScript and CSS, HTML classes, we have manually written form tag, input tag, type tag, type attribute, name attribute. But for from whenever we will use React, whenever we will use React, we have separate library. No need to write all those so large HTML code. So we have suppose a formic is there. Okay, some yup is there. Okay, what you are telling? Why it is a command to support third party library? Yes, it internally does not having. That's why. Suppose you want to use the Ajax. Suppose you want to use the Ajax in React, or suppose you want to use the fetch. JavaScript is having fetch, na? Similarly, that feature is also there in React by using Axios. JavaScript people, can you remember that? I told you. JavaScript is having fetch, but React, the same feature is there in the name of Axios. Now the Axios feature is the actually third party library. If you want to get the same feature, you are depending on the third party library or not, guys. Yes, third party library. But whenever you are coming into Angular, then HTTP client is implicitly there. No need to download any third party library. But whenever we will work with the forms and validations in React, we definitely we will download this formic or yeah, by using npm install like things. Okay, we will see in the upcoming classes. That's why I am telling. Okay. Now suppose another API that's I was telling. So API fetching, actually Axios is there. Axios. Okay, etc. etc. Okay. Now just one more thing. Pace of development. Pace of development is very fast. Is very fast. Like you are learning React 8.18 now. It may happen that whenever this batch is ongoing, React 19 game, it may happen. Okay, that's why I am telling the pace of development for React is very fast. Now it is not sometimes it is not possible for us to cope up with all these versions. Okay, you can think like the first version of React. Anyone knows this? The first version of React came to when? 2013. In 2013, actually, React came into the market. It is released by the Facebook. Okay, and currently, and and this React 18 actually released in 2022. Now you think in this segment, 18 versions came. Can you remember this? Can you think this? In this in this time, this 18 versions came. What do you think? It is only 9 years. Am I correct? It is only 9 years, and it develops 18 versions. Sometimes developing so many versions creates the problem in the developer side. Okay, that's why I'm telling pace of development is very fast. Okay, and it is having very poor documentation. Very poor documentation. You can go through the react.dev. Okay, so some documentation. Only not only that. If you think like you can learn the entire React from the documentation, no, not possible. Very poor documentation is there. Okay, definitely if you face some problem, definitely you have to go to where? Google. if you want to learn the React by own, then it is very hard actually. But it is actually easy in case of Angular. Angular is having very good documentation. Okay. So just by telling this cons of React, I concluded this session. Okay. Everyone, any doubt with respect to today's session? And for the upcoming classes, we will actually in the next class we will develop our first React application. Okay. Then again some theoretical portion, again some practical, again some theory, again some practical. Day by day, what you will find that theory is reduced and only practical. In case of JavaScript, maximum portion you have to learn what theory. But in case of React, day by day you will find less theory and more practical. Okay. Any doubt? Tell me. No.